Hello and welcome to the Bobby Brown and Stephen Plofker Gym for this men's volleyball non-conference matchup between the Emerson Lions and the Bears out of St. Joseph's College in Brooklyn. For ECS, I'm Nick Chema alongside Jillian Kay. Jillian, both of these teams come into this one struggling. Emerson losing their last 2 on straight sets and St. Joe's losing their last 3 in a row. What do you think they can do in this non-conference matchup as you're being celebrated here for your birthday? So I'm going to let this play out.
Well, that was a definitely special celebration. Thank you to everyone that just wished me a happy birthday, and I think a shout out to Jody Kay, that's my mom, who gave me cupcakes all the way from San Diego, California.
Awesome stuff, and you're getting a look at Matt Connolly. This program is fired up. They are one. All these teams come together, and how about a birthday win? How's that sound?
That sounds good to me, Nick. Here we go.
Going into this one, what do you think this Lions team has to do to turn things around and get them on the right track?
Well, I think Emerson, I saw them practicing in warm-ups their back row attacks and also their ball control. And as we saw last night against Wentworth, that's really going to come in handy because there were a few miscommunications, and they're going to need to capitalize on all the points they can get tonight against this strong front row that has Dijon Rose St. Cuffey, the 6'5" middle blocker, who has 45 kills so far this season. That's the season high, and it's very unusual for a middle blocker to have that many kills. So I'm looking forward to seeing how Emerson can stop them tonight.
Absolutely. Alongside St. Rose Cuffey, starting for the Bears will be Christopher Parb-Sloss and Stephen Eddy, Juan Hirano Campo, Ariane Durovic, and Ramazan Kudiyorov as the first serve is taken by Ragas. It's in the middle, and that first kill comes right from St. Rose Cuffey. I mean, you pretty much called it. That's what they're going to do today.
Exactly.
Emerson start this one with Lucas Ragas, Danny Duras, Parker Gray, Sam Willinger, Matt Connolly, and Josh Elliott as the first service is up from the Bears. Ragas goes across to Willinger. Willinger, and he finds a hole. That one between Kudiyorov and Hatanga Quirin-Gira, and we're all evened at 1.
That was a smart play by Willinger as he got up and hit the high hands into the deep corner.
Service will come from Josh Elliott, sophomore out of Swedesboro, New Jersey.
He'll topspin.
Handled nicely. It's going to go back now. Handled by Ragas, but it's going to be free-balled over, and another kill. Nice reaction play from St. Rose Cuffey.
That was a very heads-up play from St. Rose Cuffey as he saw the overpass coming, and he just slammed it down.
Service here from Stephen Eddy. Mishandled there and they're going to call that in. Great reaction play on the far side. I believe that was Ramazan Kudiyorov. And Emerson, a couple errors, find themselves in a hole.
This team really likes their overpasses, as we just saw him try to hit that on the first try. First ball over.
They are going to call it out of bounds, a missed call from me, as Matt Connolly takes his service, finds the space, and he picks up probably the easiest ace he ever will.
I totally agree with that. Seemed to be a huge miscommunication in the back row there.
He'll drop back again. Another floater, handled by Hatanga Quirin-Gira. Campo in the middle, and a mistimed jump. Miscommunication there between Juan Hirano Campo and Deon St. Rose Cuffey, and Emerson lead 4-2.
Looked like he was trying to go for a zero tempo set there, but there was miscommunication with the setter.
Another service from Connolly. Hatanga Quirin-Gira handles. It's up. Kudiyorov from the back, handled by Ragas. Connolly puts it up, and it's going to be from the back, and it's Josh Elliott trying to find a spot. They call it in. Great spot there from Josh Elliott, and Emerson pick up their 5th point.
That was a smart corner shot from Elliott there. He got a little bit under it, but he was able to put it to the back corner where no one was. And the ball appeared out. However, our line judges called it in.
Service handled. This one's in the middle. Miscommunication again. And St. Rose Cuffey finds it falling between his arms. Emerson with another easy point, up 6-2.
Shout out to our line judges, Becca Polsky and Anna Phillips from the Emerson women's volleyball team.
Tonga Quiringira handles again. Hirano Campo goes wide. This one's for Kudiorov. Blocked down, and it's floated over. Parker Gray handles. Lucas Ragas. It's Parker Gray, and he can't get it over the net. Some miscommunication there. Pass too low for Parker Gray, and the Bears are back in at 6-3.
We're seeing some middle setter miscommunication on both sides of the net. Hopefully both can figure it out.
Service from St. Rose Cuffey. Short, great play by Willinger to handle it. It'll have to be Elliott again. And he finds another hole. Alone at the back with Stephen Eddy, and Elliott found his right side and found the floor.
That time we saw that Elliott was able to get on top of the ball and hammer it home.
Serving now will be one of the captains, Sam Willinger. Handled there by Eddy. And big kill, blocked down, trying to keep it alive, but it's going to fly into the back. And point goes there on the kill from Stephen Eddy.
I think that was actually Christopher Parps Lawson.
My bad there. Parps Lawson picks up his first of the evening. And he'll drop back to serve now. Right into the middle of the net. Another free point here for the Lions. Darius with the serve. Kudiorov handles. Hirano Campo. He's going to go back, and Kudiorov's going to have to improvise. Mishandled by Willinger. Another chance for the Bears. It's going to go back to Kudiorov, and he finds the corner. Great shot there. Puts St. Joe's within 3.
That was a smart play by Kudiorov. Somehow he found his way past the block and into the back corner.
He'll be rewarded with a serve. Elliott handles. Ragas, he's going to go back to Elliott. Goes into the top of the net. It's floated over. Willinger. And it's in the middle. This is for Darius. And Parker Gray dunks it down. Smart play there. Reactions from the freshman. Gets Emerson another point.
Parker said absolutely not to that overpass. And he put it right down on the 1 foot line.
He'll take his service. Handled there by Eddy. Hirano Campo has to slide. A nice play by him. Keeps his team in it. Ragas goes all the way across for Elliott. Elliott finds the block. And another kill from Josh Elliott keeps Emerson in firm control of this set.
On that block there, I think Durovic and Kudiorov found themselves with their arms up rather than pressed over the net.
Hirano Campo is going to go to Eddy. Eddy floats it on the dive as Willinger keeps his team in it. Hirano Campo, this one's in the middle. On the fall was Ariane Durovic. Ragas now for Connolly, and a little too much power. No touch from Kudiorov at the back, and St. Joe's will pick up a point on the error. Serving will be Durovic, a freshman out of Woodside, New York. Handled by Darius. Ragas goes back. This is for Connolly on the swing play. Campo handles. Kudiorov's going to go across. Eddy with some power. Handled by Willinger. Moving back now, and unable to get to it was a combination of Darius and Gray. And a little bit of life in this Bears team.
I think Gray might have been able to get that play, except I think Darius called him off and wasn't able to get there himself. Let's see if they can have better communication in the back row.
Willinger handles the serve. Ragas, he's going to go all the way across for Elliott. Elliott through the blocker, picks up the point. Textbook play there, and Emerson lead 11-7.
That was a solid swing from Elliott. Even though the set was tight on the net, he was able to slam it down.
Serving will be Emerson's second captain, Lucas Ragas, the senior out of Cambridge, Mass. Hirano Campo, he's in the middle. St. Rose Cuffey handles. Darius, a great play. It's going to be free-balled over. Handled by the Bears. It's going to be St. Rose Cuffey again. Ragas on it. Another one over. Tonga Quiringira. Hirano Campo. And it's out wide for Eddy. And that shot on the line. And point will go to the Bears after a long rally.
Looks like they called it off the shoulder of Ragas there.
Tough break there. A lot of difficult plays handled consecutively, but nothing doing in the end, and the Bears will pick up the point. Service is handled. This is going to be Parker Gray from the middle, trying to find a hole, and tough break for St. Rose Cuffey as he receives it right into the scorer's table.
That was a heads-up play from Gray, as he knows middles are not typically known for their passing ability, so he set it right to St. Rose Cuffey, who shanked it out of bounds.
Elliott with a big service. It's going to be a cross and floated over, blocked down by Willinger. Play continues by the official, and that's going to be another point for the Bears. 12-9 here. Emerson unable to take control of this set as the Bears keep fighting and stay in this one.
Coach Jake telling the Emerson Lions to clean it up on their side.
Service from Stephen Eddy into the top of the net. Free point for Emerson.
And it looks like they didn't even have to do anything to clean it up on their side. The Bears did it for them.
Timeout called now, the first of the evening. This by Mark Ledwidge, head coach of the Bears. He's assisted by Jessica Chen and Eric Shagdar. And it's been a bit of a sloppy first set. Emerson hitting at 42%, while the Bears hit at 38%, but a bunch of errors, 2 service errors for the Bears, and some miscommunication on both sides. What do you think each of these teams can do to fix some of these mistakes and get back in it and take control of this set?
I think they can reduce their errors, Nick. Just talk to each other more and work better as a team. Right now I'm seeing a lot of individual touches with one hand, trying to pick things up, playing a little scrappy. It's kind of jungle ball out there, so I think they just need to clean it up, play as a team.
We'll see how they react out of this timeout. Bears look motivated as head coach Ben Reed talks to his team. Out of the timeout, service will be from Connolly. Had a great run in his first attempt, picking up an ace, as well as a bunch of points for the Lions. Dug out by Hatonga Quiringara. It's on the far side for Kudiorov. Handled by Darris. Ragas goes back. This is for Willinger. Willinger off the block. Kudiorov with good reactions. Harana Campo in the middle. St. Rose Cuffey trying to find a spot. Handled by Darris. It's going to go back to Darris. And he goes off the block on the dive now. It is dunked down there by Parb Slauson. And that out of bounds. Point's going to go to Emerson. Tough break there for the Bears. A great rally on both sides, but Emerson on an attacking error find themselves up 14-9.
I think this one contact play that the Bears are relying on will be their downfall today.
And that service looked like it was going far, but touched at the end by Stephen Eddy. Another Emerson point. Matt Connolly picks up his second ace.
Connolly's a junior from Haverhill, Mass. Haverhill, Mass, excuse me.
Service handled by Kudiorov. Harana Campo goes back. This for Parb Slauson. Connolly's there. Ragas goes back. Willinger on the swing goes into the middle of the net. Tough break on the pass and an attacking error keeps the Bears within 5.
Leon Chen checks back into the game for the Lions in place of Matt Connolly.
St. Rose Cuffey with the service, unable to get it over. Bonks off the top of the head of Durovic, and another free point for Emerson.
Durovic was not having that one.
Bit upset with his teammate is Durovic. Harana Campo trying to keep him in it. And the service now will be from Willinger. And touched again, Stephen Eddy. Looked like it was floating out. Second time that mistake has been made. His teammate's trying to keep him in it.
It's an interesting touch by Stephen Eddy. He had to jump and fully extend his arms up to get that ball. Usually we say if you have to even put your hands above your head, it's out.
He'll handle that one. Harana Campo goes back. This for Parb Slauson. Parker Gray handles, but they're going to say it went around the pole. Officials will check in with each other, as well as with the line official. So we're going to take a look at this break. Both teams trying to keep themselves in it. Some frustration showing from the Bears, while Emerson have been loose, easy breezy as they like to keep it. And service will be again from Willinger. Puts it up. Handled by Eddie. It's all the way across for Kudiorov with some power. Elliott, nice play to handle it, but unable to convert. We're the Lions, and a big kill from Kudiorov keeps the Bears within 6.
Kudiorov has a really interesting approach. He goes up as if he's going to tip it, and then he comes out with the cannon and fires it always to the back corner. Usually sharp angle. We have yet to see him hit line.
We'll see if the Lions react to that as Parb Slauson takes the service. Freshman out of Brooklyn, New York. Elliott handles. It's going to go for Parker Gray with some power. Finds the spot in a powerful kill from number 19. Keeps Emerson in firm control.
That was a strong slam from the Lion of the Week there. Hitting from the outside, even though he's a middle.
Darius with the serve. Handled by Eddie. Harana Campo goes across for Kudiorov, who just has to float it. Willinger's there. Ragas is going to go. It's Gray in the middle. Goes off the top of the net and finds a hole. Tough luck there for, I believe it was Durovic, who couldn't get the block, even though that ball just grazed the top of the net.
And Gray was laughing that one off because I think it was a bit of a paintbrush hit.
Eddie handles the big service. And on the double touch, Emerson taking firm control of this set. Lead 22-11 now. Darius again with some power. Handled by Hatonga Quirin-Garrett. Goes across for Kudiorov. He goes to the far side. Chen is there. And it's Willinger from the back row on the pass from Ragas. Harana Campo goes back to Kudiorov. Big kill. On the dive is Darius, but the kill goes to Kudiorov. And some emphasis from the freshman out of Brooklyn, New York.
Kudiorov has really been hitting the seam today, and I think it's confusing the Lions a little bit.
He'll serve it here. Finds the top of the net. Another service error from the Bears. That is their 4th today. 4 free points. If this was 17-12, it'd be a different set, but those errors really putting them behind. Gray with the service. Handled by Eddie. Harana Campo. It's going to be Eddie from the back row. Hit the blocker, but Darius was there. It'll be Willinger from the back. Handled there by Parb Slauson. And tipped off the net and unable to react was Harana Campo. And Emerson now lead 22-12. Gray with the service. Hatonga Quirin-Garrett handles. Goes across. This floated over by Eddie. Willinger there. Ragas to the middle. This is Darius. Blocked down powerfully by the middle blocker, Arjan Durovic.
Definitely a heads-up play from Durovic. He saw the back row attack, read it from a mile away, and was up and ready to block it down.
Durovic will serve. Handled by Darius. Ragas goes across. This is for Elliott. Elliott, handled by Durovic. Quick goes St. Rose Cuffey, and a smart play from the junior. Keeps his team in this set, 22-14 now.
I think what's happening here is these one-play attacks where they just throw it over randomly are confusing the Lions.
This one's going to go across for Elliott, trying to find some space. Parb Slauson towards the scorer's table. Unable to get there in time was Harana Campo. And Elliott picks up his 5th kill of the evening.
Shout out to Nick, who threw the ball back.
Serving will be Ragas. Handled there by Eddie. It's going to go in the middle for St. Rose Cuffey. Nice reactions from Elliott. It's going to go back to him. Tries to find a hole. Mishandled by Parb Slauson, and combining there were Kudiorov and Harana Campo. Emerson now 1 point away from taking this set.
Looks like they gave each other a little hug there.
Collision turns into some bromance for the Bears. As Ragas will serve. Big serve from Ragas. Handled by Hatonga Quirin-Garrett will be floated over. Free ball for the Lions. Ragas goes in the middle. This is for Connolly. Connolly with some power around St. Rose Cuffey gives Emerson this first set 25-14. Coming off of a couple tough matchups, what changed for Emerson in that in this first set?
Well, I just want to say that was a great kill by Connolly. nice turn on that, and he slammed it down to the 10-foot line. But what I think changed for Emerson in that set was their communication with each other. They were really able to capitalize on the free balls and side out well.
Emerson take the first one, 25-14, lead 1-0, and we will catch you after the break here for ECS. Welcome back now. As we prepare for the second set, Emerson took the first 25-14, found command and control towards the middle of the set, and they'll look to keep that rolling moving forward. A quick shout out to Terry Gray, tuning in from California. Nice to have you on the broadcast, and glad to have any support we can get. Set will be started from the Bears. That's from Harana Campo. Ragas, he's going to find Connolly, and it's floated over. Connolly goes quick, and Emerson pick up the first point.
I think Connolly noticed that the Bears have been passing it back over on one, so he said, hey, why don't I do that too?
Taking advantage and serving now will be Elliott. Had a great first set with 6 kills. That goes all the way across. Tough pass, as that double hit will grant Emerson their second point. Decent idea from Harana Campo. The pass wasn't great, and Parps Lawson had to react. Elliott will go again. Great service from him, and he'll pick up that 8 low and hard from the sophomore.
Earlier in the season, we saw that Elliott had a lot of aces, so I'm hoping to see him get a lot more tonight.
trying to find that stroke, and he's got it right now. Haranacampo, and that is going to be Eddie, blocked down by Connolly. Some miscommunication, floated over by Parps Lawson. Gray is going to find Darius. Kudiorov handles. Haranacampo, oh, mishandled the pass. Tough break for Haranacampo. And point's going to go to Emerson, taking the first 4.
I think he knew that happened the second he touched it. Got a little bit embarrassed there, but that's okay as the ball goes over to Emerson.
Elliott will serve again. That one inbounds, another ace for Josh Elliott. He's found his stroke. He'll go again. That one into the top of the net, and error grants the Bears their first point in the set.
Looked like Elliott was trying to go for a short serve there. Just got a little bit too under it, and it went into the net.
Unlucky there, but a great run to start this one off from Elliott. And serving here will be Eddie. Gray, tough break for him. Willinger will try to find it over, hit the roof. Looked like it was going to find its way over the net if it didn't, but unlucky for Willinger, as some mishandling there from Parker Gray gets the Bears their second point. Eddie goes again. That's way too far. Eddie almost out of bounds in the basketball court, and Emerson with an easy 6th point.
In volleyball, we like to call that one a home run.
Service here will be from Connolly. Picked up a couple aces in the first set himself, handled by Hatanka Quiringira. He's going to go across for Kudiorov. Tries to find the far corner. Ragas now in the middle for Parker Gray, between Hatanka Quiringira and Stephen Eddie, and a big kill for Parker Gray. Keeps Emerson up by 5.
Gray flew up there, and even though he was a bit under it, he was able to get it in the court on the back line.
Great work there from the freshman. Serving again will be Connolly. Mishandled by Hatanka Quiringira. It'll stay alive. Haranacampo floats it over. Gray finds Ragas. It's going to go all the way across. This is Willinger. Off the left hand there is Stephen Eddie. And a big kill for the junior. Keeps Emerson in firm control, now leading by 6.
That was great teamwork from Ragas and Willinger, as Ragas faked it to Parker Gray on the set, but he actually set it behind him to Willinger for the kill.
That service from Connolly just a little too low off the top of the net, and the Bears pick up their 3rd point.
That's Emerson's 2nd service error this set. They're really going to need to reduce those in order to keep this strong lead.
Serving will be St. Rose Cuffey. Floats it over, handled by Elliott. Ragas goes back. This is for Willinger. Willinger off the block and handled there by Eddie, but it floats over towards the side of the gym. And Willinger will pick up that kill. Emerson now leading 9-3. Willinger now serving. Handled there by Eddie, but having to move will be Haranacampo. That one behind Kudiorov. And some more misplay from the Bears gives Emerson a 7-point lead.
Definitely seeing a lot of one-handed touches.
Willinger again. Handled by Kudiorov. Moving Haranacampo. He's going to kick it. Floating over towards the bleachers, as he had to move around his teammate.
Now we're seeing some one-footed touches. They're going to need to use 2 hands.
Trying to get back in this one any way possible, and there's an ace from Willinger. As Hatanka Quiringira, Kudiorov, and Eddie all just watched it land. Emerson now leading by 9. It's been an enthusiastic second set. Kudiorov handles. Haranacampo goes across. It's for Kudiorov. Some power from him, but too far. And point's going to go Emerson as well, now leading by 10.
Kudiorov was a little bit frustrated on that last play because it seemed that the ball touched Emerson's hands before it went out of bounds.
Tough break for him. He'll get another chance. That one off the block, but a great play from Parker Gray and Lucas Ragas to block a powerful kill attempt down. Take another look. It was Gray on the big touch, and Kudiorov trying to react, but an awkward position, and Emerson now lead by 11. Willinger will keep his run going. Handled by Dorovic. Kempo. It's Dorovic in the middle. Set was below him, but he was able to find a hole, that between Willinger, Elliott, and Leon Chen.
That off-tempo mishit actually worked in his favor as he hit it on his way down.
Caught all of the Lions leaning. And Parps Lawson will serve now. Willinger handles. Ragas, back pass. This is for Darius. Trying to find a hole. Eddie gets it to Kempo. This is Kudiorov again. Great dig by Willinger. Ragas tries to go quick, and it's going to find its way over somehow. Chen handles. Ragas, he's going to go for Darius. Darius into the block. Parker Gray finds Ragas. Going to go all the way back for Willinger now. Willinger and Parps Lawson to Kudiorov, and it's going to be free balled over. Leon Chen. Ragas now in the middle for Parker Gray. Blocked down at the line by Arian Dorovic. And a long, tough set goes to the Bears on a big play from their freshman middle blocker.
I think Gray was just a little bit late on that set there. It was also a little bit low in his defense.
Tough break for the Lions as they were controlling the rally. But it ends up going to the Bears. Parker Gray will get another chance. Hits it off Eddie. Kudiorov. It's going to be free balled over. That one coming from Parps Lawson. Parker Gray, another chance. He'll try to go quick, but he dunked it into the top of the net. And a good idea from the freshman, but the execution just not there.
Tough play there.
You see him trying to react, but he dunks it into the top of the net. Parps Lawson, that handled at the back by Jarek Liu. And Darius goes off the block, and point goes to Emerson. Jarek Liu had checked in for his first time, making his appearance as we see another change. This for the Bears as Parps Lawson checks out for Lord Nell St. Jean. A freshman opposite who went to the same high school as Parps Lawson. They graduated last summer. Hatanka Quiringira handles. And going quick with it was Kempo. Elliott tried the block but unable to get it down.
That was a smart play, going up with one hand, finding Elliott's hands, using them to his advantage.
Serving now will be Kudiorov. Goes with some power, handled by Darius. Ragas will move and get to it, and free balled over by Leon Chen. Kudiorov gets it to Kempo. It's a cross. This is for Eddie. Eddie off the top of the net. Elliott handles. Ragas will go in the middle for Gray. Gray off the block. Point to Emerson. And they now lead 16-7.
Line judges call a touch on the block there from Dorovic.
Gray will get a chance to serve. Service finds Eddie. Kempo goes back to him. Off the block, and Hatanka Quiringira tries to find it, but hits it way towards the stands as well. And a big block at the line from Connolly. Keeps Emerson in firm control, now leading by 10.
It was a solid close and press from Connolly.
Gray will serve again. Finds the corner. Service ace from Parker Gray.
Smart spot from Gray there. Floats into the back corner.
The way the Bears were set, they had nobody able to defend that, and they'll adjust now. Handled by Kudiorov. Kempo. It's going to be Kudiorov from the back. Handled easily by Gray. Elliott goes up. Connolly with the left hand. Finds a blocker. Going quick is Kempo. And a kill from the setter. Sophomore picking up a couple today.
They were able to find Gray in the back row there, which is kind of an unusual sight as he is a middle blocker.
Tough spot for the freshman, not exactly what he's used to. Dorovic will serve, handled by Darius. It's going to go across for Elliott. Elliott finds a spot. Point Emerson, now leading 19-8.
Powerful corner shot from Elliott. Smart play to go line, too, because the blocker was blocking angle. Excuse me.
Absolutely. Elliott having a great game. 7 kills. As Ragas will serve. And that one too far. Point to the Bears.
Lord Nell St. John watching that one go out.
He'll now check out for Parps Lawson as the service is up, handled by Darius. It's going to go across. Jarek Liu with a chance, and he gets a kill. Jarek Liu, freshman out of Richmond Hill, Canada, picks up his first kill of the day. Elliott now on the service. And that wide as the Bears will pick up the point. Score in this set 20-10 as we take another look. Elliott trying to find a spot, but wide. Just to his left.
Lions are getting a bit sporadic with their serving as they now have 4 service errors.
That one handled by Gray. It's in the middle for Connolly. Connolly through the blockers. Found a hole in the big man. He's picked up a couple of big kills in this one.
He even used the net to his advantage there, as it made it confusing to pick up.
We'll take the service now. Couple aces already. Hatonga Quiringira handles. Parker Gray goes quick. Dunks it over the net. Point to the Lions on a quick reaction play from the freshman. Connolly will serve. That one mishandled. Reception error from Hatonga Quiringira. And Elliott with another big point. Connolly off the ace will go again. That one handled by Eddie. Veronica Campo tries to go across. Kudiorov will have to figure something out. He gets it over. Emerson will have to earn this one. Darris off the block. Big block there by Deon St. Rose Cuffey, and the junior picks up a much-needed point for the Bears.
We see this play starting off of a solid save from Kudiorov, followed by a strong block from the front row.
Keeping his team alive, and St. Rose Cuffey makes it work as Darris connects with Elliott there. Gray is blocked. Liu on the dive. Trying to react was Darris. But some big play there from the Bears as they're trying to find their way back into the set.
The Bears' blocks have really come alive here in this last couple points.
Service from St. Rose Cuffey. Ragas will go back. This is for Liu. Liu looking for another kill, but that's too far. Attack is long from Liu. St. Joseph's just arcing their way back into this one.
Looks like there was a bit of a touch off of his shoulder there, but might just be me.
Not called, and the Lions, you can call them unlucky. Darris gets that one. That one definitely went off of Eddie and found the inside as well. Emerson now on set point, leading 24-13. Jarek Liu to serve now. Looking for a spot, finds Eddie. Veronica Campo goes back, and this one, Parb Slauson went big with the right hand, blocked off his left, and Emerson take this second set, control it, and win it 25-13.
So far we've seen Emerson end on 2 high notes, from a kill from Connolly, the first one, and a big block from Gray in this set. Love to see that here at the Bobby Brown.
Some great play from the Lions, who now lead 2-0. Won the first 25-14 and the second 25-13. We will catch you back in a couple minutes from the Bobby Brown and Stephen Plofker gym for the third set between the Lions and Bears. We welcome you back to Boston, Massachusetts for some third set action. Emerson now leading 2-0, and they'll go with a bit of a rotated lineup. Sam Willinger, Matt Connolly, and Josh Elliott stay in alongside Parker Gray, while Jarek Liu stays in this one. He'll start this set, and checking in for the first time is Garrett Sekitz, freshman out of Los Angeles, California. And now playing that libero role will be Danny Darris. And I believe Elliott's going to switch from playing outside hitter to playing that setter. A shout out quickly to Rich Duress checking in, watching his son play and catching some good action. Great to have as much support as we can. We'll keep working hard for you, bring you this great content.
During the break, we saw Elliott and Willinger working on their setter outside hitter connection, so I'm looking forward to seeing how they all connect.
Bears going with the same lineup. Hatonga Quiringara mishandles it. Willinger will take it. Elliott, his first pass. This one's to Liu. Liu trying to find a hole, finds Kudiorov. And it's in the middle, St. Rose Cuffey. Handled on the slide by Matt Connolly. It goes back, this one for Garrett Sekitz. And big kill there for the freshman, Garrett Sekitz.
It's a nice back set by Elliott, too. Looked like he was going to set to the outside, but he went back to Sekitz for the kill.
Serving will be Connolly. Finds Kudiorov. Harana Kempo trying to keep it in. St. Rose Cuffey unable to get it over the net. And some errors there from the Bears keep Emerson ahead, now leading 2-0. Connolly with a little bit of a celebration. Just happy to be here.
Aren't we all?
He finds the top of the net on that one. Score now 2-1. Kill earlier from Sekitz, just his third on the season and third in his collegiate career. As Liu handles the serve. That one across. Sekitz will get another shot, finds the top of the net, hit a blocker. Gray trying to keep it alive. Darris was on the dive, but nothing doing. So we'll all leave it at 2.
See, Gray got a touch on it there, and unfortunately was in the way of Darris.
Service from Harana Campo, handled by Liu. Elliott, he'll keep it in. Gray, a great pass from Elliott and a fantastic kill from Parker Gray. Emerson now leading 3-2.
Solid assist from Elliott as he one-handed set that to Parker Gray for the slam.
Just kept it floating. Sekitz will check out now as Ragas checks in. He'll take this service. And it's handled by Kudiorov, Harana Campo. And it'll be Parps Lawson, it'll be free balled over. Parker Gray's there. Elliott, he'll go all the way across. This is for Liu. Liu finds Kudiorov, a great dig from him. Harana Campo goes across. Parps Lawson with the left hand. Gray to Elliott. It's going to be Willinger from the back, blocked down on the slide. Parker Gray will go quick. Hatonga Quiringara on the dive. Had to react and unable to keep it alive. We're the Bears. See off the block, Elliott handles, and Gray tries to go quick. Hatonga Quiringara was diving, had to react and was unable to keep it up.
That was an intense play because we saw 3 major attempts to get a hard kill, but then Gray at the very end just tipped it over, and that ended up being the nail in the coffin.
Quick shift there, and an ace from Ragas on a hit mishandled by Hatonga Quiringara. Emerson now lead 5-2.
I'd like to give a shout out to Josh Elliott's dad, Rob, for watching our broadcast. We really appreciate your support here on Emerson Channel Sports.
As you can see, Parker Gray dunked that one down. Elliott on the verge of his season high in kills, now in that setter role. So we'll see if he finds a way to get it done. But on 7 today, evening his total against St. Nazarene.
Both middles have been having a field day today on these overpasses. As a middle myself, I can say that's one of the most fun plays.
As Gray will get a big kill. Really putting a stamp on this one. Gray now with 10 kills. Hitting at 41%. So you can see Liu check out and Leon Chen checks in. He'll take a service. Started this one in the libero role. This will likely be his first serve in a while. Gray at 11 now with that one. As Parb Slauson will have to float it over. Darius handles. Elliott, he's going to go for Willinger. Willinger finds Eddie at the back. It's going to go all the way across. Kudiorov has to improvise. Willinger's there. Elliott, he goes across. This one again for Willinger. Trying to find a spot. Willinger floats it over. Parb Slauson to the middle. Goes all the way across again for Kudiorov. Has to float it towards the middle of the court. Elliott goes quick. Trying to find his season high. And it'll be floated over again. Leon Chen's there. Elliott puts it up for Parker Gray in the middle. Tonka Career gear ahead there. Goes all the way across. Kudiorov gets another chance. Leon Chen finds the back. Rock is going into the stands. Takes a seat after a big kill from Ramazan Kudiorov.
I understand the feeling. That was a big play. Had to hustle off the court to try and get it. Wanted a quick break.
Got to keep the energy up.
Very true.
Could be a long set. St. Rose Cuffey handles. Willinger's there. Elliott in the middle. Parker Gray off the block. St. Rose Cuffey mishandled with the left hand. Emerson now leading 8-4.
That was a good wrist away turn from Gray, giving him his 12th kill.
A great performance from the freshman, as they've turned to him this season to fill some of the hole left by Purkowski and Winkita-Vacharapong. Willinger will handle the attack from Kudiorov. It'll be in the middle for Connolly, and he finds the left of Stephen Eddy. Big man having himself a day. That's his 4th kill.
I just have to say I love Emerson's use of the middle right now.
You've seen the way that St. Joseph's plays with the combination of Dorovich and St. Rose Cuffey, and they're emulating it themselves with Gray and Connolly. Kudiorov handles. He'll go in the middle. Dorovich all the way across. Danny Mullen actually caught it on the far side. Some reactions from Danny Mullen, sophomore out of Bedford, New Hampshire. We'll see if he gets into this one.
Looks like he's ready to go, though. He threw that back with a intense eagerness.
And dunked down by Willinger. They're going to say he crossed, or they're going to say into the net went Parb Slauson. So now Emerson leading 11-4. Taking control of this 3rd set and trying to go home early. And it'll force another timeout. This is the 2nd of the entire game, called by head coach Mark Ledwidge. What do you think is the key if St. Joseph's wants to get back into this one?
Well, Nick, I think that St. Joseph's is really going to need to clean up their passing. They're going to have to use both of their hands because it's getting a little bit scrappy here. And they're going to just have to work together as a team and find a way to side out.
It's been a tough season for the Bears. 2-5. They won their first 2. Or they lost their first 2, won their won the next 2, and then lost 3 in a row heading into this one. They've been pretty solid defensively, averaging 10.9 digs and 1.5 blocks per set, but tough in attack, hitting at just 2.4% coming into this one with 6.3 kills a set.
And I think the difference in benches right now is a telltale sign of who's winning, because Emerson is keeping it loose, having fun, and the Bears are just trying to get some points on this board here.
Trying to find their edge. Those emotional leaders, guys like Willinger and Matt Connolly, really keep their team in it.
I'd like to give a shout out to Sarah Pye, who's watching from home. Thank you for your support.
There's a big kill from Kudiorov. Out of the timeout, the Bears with some emphasis. So we're going to have a swap. Parb Slauson checking out for Lordnell St. Jean. The two of them attending St. Edmund Prep. Staying teammates into college, and that service off the top of the net, an error for St. Jean. As Ragas is going to check out now for Garrett Seckitz. He'll get another opportunity.
I think he got a bit under that serve, but his shoes are very cool with the galaxy print on them.
Ellie with the serve. Finds Eddie at the back. It's going to be Kudiorov off the block and into the side. Kudiorov with a kill.
Seckitz was in the right place on that block. He just had his arms straight up rather than pressed over the net. And they were also faced out of bounds, so he just needs to turn it inbounds, and next time it'll go straight down.
Kudiorov now will be rewarded with the service. Handled by Darris. Goes back, this for Willinger. Willinger trying to find the back. They call it in. Emerson pick up their 13th point. As we'll take another look. Willinger just finding the inside on that line.
I've also received word that Josh Elliott's grandma is watching from home now. Thank you, Marcia. Thank you so much for your support, and we love to see that here at Emerson Channel Sports.
Absolutely. We do this so that you can watch. And we love to see the support, as that's going to be 4 hits. Emerson with another free point. See a poor pass from Harana Campo there. Campo, a sophomore out of Columbia, who's been great at times, but also struggled a little bit for the Bears this evening, as Kudiorov will find Eddie. Eddie into the block. Diving there is Elliott. Connolly goes quick, and Elliott will get the assist on a diving dig.
That was amazing teamwork from Emerson there. And great hustle from Elliott as he comes from the back row, dives on his stomach in order to pick that up for a kill from Connolly.
Not even a block attempt from the Bears as Connolly caught him off guard. Willinger will serve now. Handled by Hatonga Quiringira. Ocampo goes all the way across for Eddie, who floats it over. Seconds went up a little early for the block alongside Connolly, and finding a hole there was Stephen Eddy.
Unfortunately, Elliott wasn't able to pick that up twice.
Durovic will serve now. Handled by Darris. Elliott in the middle for Connolly, off the top of the net. Campo's there. Kudiorov trying to find Eddie. Eddie tried to go for power, but was below the net. And a bit of a weird hit there. Give Emerson their 16th point. And take another look. Connolly now serving. He's got 3 aces already. And Parker Gray slams it down. Some emphasis in his 13th kill.
The crowd is absolutely shocked. Looks like that was at about the 2-foot line. Great kill by Parker Gray. That gives him his 13th kill of the night.
Really no defense to that as Connolly finds Hatonga Quiringira. It's in the middle, St. Rose Cuffey, and too far from the junior. Keeping Emerson in firm control, now leading 18-7. The Lions with a freshman front 3 now of Seckets, Gray, and Liu. As they're going to get a free chance here. It goes across for Liu. Liu off the top of the net. That one into the roof, trying to react with the Bears, but tough to react when it goes off the roof like that. And Harana Campo's error will give Emerson their 19th point.
At least St. John was able to get a touch on that. Unfortunately, it might have been better to use 2 hands and turn the angle more toward the center of the court.
Timeout called by the Bears, trying to regroup, get their fundamentals in check. They've been going at this with 1 hand instead of committing 2, and it's led to a lot of reception errors. Currently 10 reception errors for the Bears, the Lions with only 1.
I'd like to give a shout out also to Grandpop Elliott, who I'm sure is watching along with Marcia. Thank you both for watching. Your grandson is doing great here. Still looking for his 8th kill. As we move forward in this one, we'll see if he can top his season total, but also hitting at 78%. He's been incredibly efficient, and now with 9 assists as well. It's been a great day all around for Elliott. A stat sheet stuffer, I like to call him. Out of the timeout, the Bears go with St. Jean Kudiorov, St. Rose Cuffey, Eddie, Harana Campo, and Hatonga Quiringira. While the Lions will break with Seckets, Elliott, Liu, Gray, Willinger, and Connolly.
Connolly out of the timeout. Harana Campo will set. Goes across this for Eddie. Tough angle, and Connolly had a tough play. St. Jean, his teammates yelling at him to just leave it. Backed away, looking like he was scared of retaliation there. You see him back away there. He wanted nothing to do with it. And his teammates smartly calling for him to back off.
And the replay didn't show it, but they did give him a hug. This team is very affectionate. Love their team effort.
A very young team, and St. Jean another freshman. Elliott gets it to Gray, who gets the big kill in the middle. Nice pass from Elliott and a great kill from the freshman. As Ragas checks in for seconds, and checking out is Elliott for Danny Mullen's first appearance. If you remember the name, he snagged that ball out of the air earlier, and he'll get his chance to hit the court now.
I'm sure he's ready and eager.
Ragas with the service. And in the middle of it was St. Rose Cuffey, and nobody reacting to it. See, it's dug out decently there by Eddie, but just poor reactions as nobody getting near the ball. Emerson leading by 12. We'll have Ragas on the service. That one grazed the top of the net, and an ace for the senior. See Parb Slauson sliding to the side, but some power from Ragas, and he was unable to handle it. Ragas to go again. Handled by Kudiorov. Harana Campo. He'll have to be Parb Slauson around the pole. And Emerson with their 22nd point. See Parb Slauson trying to make something happen, but around the pole and nothing doing for the Bears. Ragas to serve again. Handled by Hatonga Quiringira. It's going to go all the way across. Parb Slauson can't find the court. Out of bounds. Point goes to Emerson again. They now lead by 15.
Just a bit too long there. Tried to snap on top, but wasn't able to keep it in.
Ragas again to serve. Some power from him, handled by Kudiorov. They'll go to the middle, and dunking it down is Jarek Liu, a freshman with a big kill.
Really taking advantage of that overpass there.
Bit shorter than most of the outside hitters, but he can pick up kills with the rest of this Lions team.
Let's see if the senior can finish out the game for the Lions. The lone senior.
On match point. From the back is Kudiorov. Darris handles it. And from the back goes Willinger into the top of the net. The Bears pick up their 9th. Willinger trying to send us home with some power, but he couldn't find the gap.
He walked all the way around the court there to get back to his spot.
Service is up, handled there by Mullen. It's going to go to Liu. Handled by Hatonga Quiringira, goes over. Mullen again, finds Hatonga Quiringira, goes across. This one Kudiorov off the block. Ragas trying to react, but nothing doing as the Bears, 2 consecutive points, still down by 14. A mountain to climb, but they've started off strong. Eddie again with the service, handled by Mullen. Ragas goes back to Mullen. Harana Campo handles it. Eddie finds St. Rose Cuffey. On the slide was Darris, and Ragas on the slide as well. Sends it towards the bench.
Bit of a miscommunication there as Ragas yells for help, but a little bit too late, and no one was able to help him out there.
Eddie will serve again. Finds Mullen. Gray goes all the way across. Liu will float it over. Quiringira. It goes all the way across for Kudiorov. On the dive is Willinger. Darris, and it'll be Willinger from the back. Quiringira, Hatonga Quiringira will have to free ball it over. Lucas Ragas back pass. This from Mullen off the top of the net. Dug out, free balled over. He was already celebrating, but nothing doing. This one's still live. Willinger with the kill from the back. Kudiorov off the block. Willinger Rogas is on it, and it goes into the side wall. Mullen celebrated too early. He wants that kill, but he'll have to wait. Emerson still leading, now 24-12.
I love that energy and enthusiasm coming from the bench, supporting Mullen off the bench here.
Coming into this one with only 6 attacks on the season, Mullen looking for his first kill of his collegiate career. That's service ace coming from Eddie, who's had a fantastic run. As Willinger and Darris collide. Eddie again. Willinger handles. Rogas sets it up. Mullen from the back. St. Rose Cuffey reacts. It'll be Kudiorov into the net. And the attack error from Ramazan Kudiorov gives Emerson the win in 3 sets. 25-14, 25-13, and finishing it out with another 25-13 set win. A solid performance from the Lions. What do you think was the difference in this one after coming off of 2 straight losses?
I think the difference in this one, Nick, was the energy. Right now we just saw the Lions going crazy for Danny Mullen. I know they wanted him to get that first kill, but it'll happen. It'll happen this season. And I just love the support and energy that they give each other. And unfortunately, the Bears didn't have that as much tonight, but we'll see how they pull it together going throughout their season.
Absolutely. The Bears staying in Boston. They'll play a doubleheader tomorrow. Whereas for the Lions, they won't play again for another week. Looking to get back on track in their conference matchups. For ECS, after a solid 3-set win from the Lions, for Jillian Kay, I'm Nick Gemma. We'll see you next time.